All right, this is Terry with TV6. We are at Mojoe's in Joliet with Derek from Mayday Parade.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. It's been a long time since we've seen you guys.
Yeah.
It's been, God, you guys have had like I know for sure two, maybe three albums since the last time we caught up with you. It's just crazy. So, so from what we've seen, you guys are on the Warped Tour again this year.
Yeah. Yep.
How are you looking forward to that?
Yeah, Warped Tour is it's one of my favorite things that we get to do. It's just there's nothing else like it that we've been a part of. You know, there's so many bands there every day, so many people there you can hang out with, so many people that come to the shows, and you end up just having a really good time all summer long. It's a big, you know, band camp kind of thing for, you know, and especially whenever you do the whole thing, you know.
Is that what you're doing this year?
Yeah. It's a pretty long tour, and it's cool. I love it every year. I got a bike last year. I bought a little like, you know, $90 bike from Walmart that I just made my summer. Seriously, it was so awesome. Anywhere that I could go on my bike, I would go on my bike. I would only walk places that I couldn't go with my bike. It was just made it really awesome. So
how many shows is it?
I don't know. It's like maybe 40 something or 50 or I don't know.
In how many days? Like
in like 2 months of yeah.
It's a pretty tight schedule. Huh?
Yeah.
Pretty grueling, but so so you got a new music video, Stay?
Yes. Yeah.
So what's the idea behind that? And
yeah, well, the video is kind of a continuation of the previous video that we did, OLOL. Okay. It was the same company, Thunder Down Country. They did that video, and they did the Stay video as well, except this one isn't animated. It's us and, you know, live action. And I guess I don't want to say too much about it because, you know, I want you to watch it and see how it kind of moves the story along. But I think it's cool. We shot it a few weeks ago, and I haven't seen the final cut or anything yet. But
and where'd you do that at?
In Columbus, Ohio.
Is it concert footage? Just
no, there's a performance part of it, and there's a storyline part of it that we did.
Okay, so you don't even know the outcome yet of
how it looks, we have yet to see it, but yeah.
When do you expect to see that?
In the next week or so, maybe. I don't know for sure, and then hopefully we'll have it up for people to see in the next couple of weeks. So yeah.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So this End of the World tour has been going for what, a week?
Yeah, about a week, a little over a week now, I think. Yeah.
Okay. A little too soon to have any memorable?
I mean, it's been awesome. It started off just to a great start because most of us already know each other, you know, from previous tours, and so we've just, you know, it's been good times hanging out. The shows have been incredible. The Nashville show, I think, right now kind of holds the best show in my opinion. The Nashville show was just awesome. We did the new Rocket Town there. It was our first time playing there, and it was a sold-out show and just a lot of fun, great energy. And but I've been looking forward to this show tonight as well. Chicago is always just incredible to us. So we've done Mojoe's a few times, but we've never done this new one here. So I'm looking forward to the show.
Yeah, I think we've seen it at the other shows at Mojoe's, but yeah, I mean it's got to be pretty much any tour you go on now. You've got to know the bands that are with you at this point. Yeah,
that's one of the cool things about it, you know, is that you make all these friends, and then luckily you get to see them again, you know, in the future. You do tours together again, and get to hang out, and you already know each other, and yeah. That's
kind of perfect, yeah.
Yeah.
So we just had a couple of questions fans had written into the website. Holly from Chicago, well, it's kind of a two-part question. What's the biggest show that you can remember you guys have played?
I think the biggest, it's hard to say because some of them I don't know exactly what the amount of people were, but the first time we went to the UK was for the Give It a Name festival, and the one in London was at Earl's Court, and I think it was around like 10 or 12,000 people or so whenever we played. And I know at that point it certainly was the biggest show we'd ever played.
Yeah.
And then since then I think we've done a couple that are around like 10,000 or so, or maybe a little more, but I think that's the most.
The nerves any worse when there's that many people, or is it the same?
No, honestly, well, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe beforehand a little bit, but once you get up there and you're out there playing, you know, it's just kind of, you know, just doing your thing. So.
Okay, and then since you guys have, you know, gotten to this level, what would you say is the smallest show you've played?
Ever? I mean,
well, obviously when you're starting out, you got small shows.
Yeah,
Since you've kind of been out, you know?
In the last few years of us touring, the smallest show I can remember was in North Carolina at this place called the Tremont Music Hall in Charlotte, where there was maybe like 90 people or so there, which really, really isn't that, bad of a show. But in the last few years that I can remember, I think that's probably been around the smallest show. Yeah. But like I said, that's, we're very lucky that is the smallest.
Local bands are wishing they had 90 people.
Yeah. I mean, I remember whenever, 10 or 15 or 20 kids was an awesome show. So yeah.
We did one of those. We covered a band. They played at this huge, I was like where the hangar, like an airplane hangar, and they filled this thing. And the next time we went and saw them, there was literally a dozen people there. Yeah. It was like a private show. It was crazy. Yeah. But they did it. They did the whole show. It was awesome. So, Alex from Phoenix, what are some things on the road you must have?
Well, an acoustic guitar or two around the bus, because we all like to just sit and jam and write and come up with ideas while we're on the road. My laptop, my phone. I'm pretty simple. I don't really. I bring a backpack on tour and that's it. And my flip cam. I like to film a lot of stuff. Just to have all a bunch of footage from all this stuff that we get to do. And that's pretty much it, man. I'm simple.
Must have foods.
Lots of stuff. Lots of veggie stuff on the bus. Me and some of the other guys don't eat meat, so we have lots of veggie, peanut butter and jelly, or Boca, burgers, and like bean and cheese burrito kind of things, fruits and veggies, just all that kind of stuff, simple.
Alrighty. Carrie from Ohio. How long do you foresee Mayday touring as much as you guys do? I mean, keeping at this pace.
I don't really know. It's really hard to say. I kind of wonder that sometimes, but I don't think about it too much, and I doubt any of us really think about it too much, and we're just kind of, just playing it as it comes, and I don't know, I mean, it kind of blows my mind that we've been, keeping this steady of a pace for 6 years now of, pretty continuous, touring for a year or two, and then taking some time off and writing an album, and then recording an album, and then touring for a year or two, and then doing that all over again for 6 years now. So for as long as we can, and as long as it makes sense, I hope, because we're having a lot of fun doing it. So yeah, I would think hopefully we can at least make it to the 10-year mark. Of,
I don't think the fans coming is going to be an issue, because every show is bigger and bigger.
Yeah, we have this super awesome dedicated fans, and that's one thing that really I'm just so thankful for, because I keep waiting to do a tour where I start to notice that less people are coming out and we're starting to go down, but luckily it's been pretty strong. So it's cool.
Awesome. Curtis from Texas. Well, this was going to be kind of a group question, but we'll ask you, do you ever see yourself trying out for a show like American Idol or anything like that?
No, I don't think I ever would. No, that's just not my personality really, and I don't really watch any of those shows or anything, and
it's not a reality show.
I have this. I mean, I have nothing against them, but I kind of can't stand that there's just so much reality TV everywhere. It's like our own lives aren't interesting enough, so we have to watch these other people's lives, and
so that would be a no, is what you're saying.
yeah, but maybe Brooks or Cabbage or Alex. I don't know.
Yeah, I think one of them guys would probably do it. So, and the last viewer fan question, Macy from Indiana. What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened on stage?
For me personally, I've said the wrong city name before on stage. That's pretty awful. Only once, luckily, has that happened. And it's not that I didn't know. I slipped. Sure. We were in Los Angeles and I said Las Vegas, and I've kind of tripped or fallen on stage. Luckily, not too bad. But things like that, those are pretty bad. Or if a voice cracks real bad or something,
That many shows. What do you average when you're on tour? How many days a week? I mean,
we know it's about 6. 6 shows a week probably. We normally have roughly about 1 day off a week or so. Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty grueling.
Yeah. But it's really not too bad, and because days off really can get pretty boring and just tedious, and you don't have a schedule or anything to do, and you're just kind of sitting around all day. And sometimes I like the routine of just playing. It's nice to give my voice a break and have a day off every now and then. But other than that, we all enjoy playing shows every day. So
now, like I said, we haven't been to your show in a couple years. In the last video I saw of you guys online, it was a recent show. Alex and Brooks were not whipping the guitars around. What's up? Did they give it up, or are they still doing it?
No, I guess it depends on how big the stage is and whatever. But no, they still,
okay.
Yeah, they still do it, man. We still rock out. We're not getting too old yet.
Okay, I was panicked. I'm like, what's up with that?